today Jeff is going to be giving you a closer look at this two-man tent from Enkeeo.
Alright, so first off, the material that it uses is the polyester, where the green parts are, up on top, and the doors. And then down here is a polyethylene, a little bit thicker. We're waterproof. It's all waterproof, but the bottom, you know, where you put on rocks or sticks or something, you want a little bit more puncture proof. So it is thicker down there. Obviously, you know, putting a tarp down is probably the best thing anyway. But if you just need to put this down, it's got a good bottom.
Yeah, and it's a tarp-like material.
Yep. So it's a two-pole system. The poles are not aluminum; they are fiberglass, so it adds a little bit of weight to it. But you can switch those out with, you know, anything on Amazon or another sporting goods store. You can switch them out with aluminum poles to make it a little bit lighter for you if you are backpacking with it. It is a two-man tent, so it's a little bit bigger. Obviously, if you're backpacking, you know, one-man tents are usually what you kind of want to minimize space and weight. But if you do need to take a two-man tent, it's pretty small. Fits into this guy. As you can see, that'll fit easily onto a backpack onto the back. And like I said, it's pretty light and can be lighter if you switch out those fiberglass poles with aluminum. Make it really light. Some cool things about this is that it doesn't have a tarp, as you can see. It's all built in, so there's no windows on the sides or backs. It has one door on the front, so one entrance. But this guy right here is its tarp, pretty much. It just kind of fits on there. And when he's not being used, it can just be thrown onto the side. You have vents up here on top that, you know, if you're out in the summertime or springtime or whatever, when you're breathing in there, that all will exit out through the top, which is pretty nice. But you do lack the windows on the sides and the back, so that's the one thing you lack, but you do gain them here on top. And if it's raining, you have this simple little guy you just kind of throw on and clip on, and he sits there. So while we're talking about this, one thing that does worry me is if you're in a pretty bad rainstorm with this guy and the rain is coming in sideways and stuff, there is a possibility that it may fit under there and come in through those little vents. So I kind of worry about that.
Blowing just right.
Yeah, it would have to be blowing pretty sideways, so it would be hard to get in there. But it's a possibility because this tarp doesn't come down far. It just fits kind of over those vents. So the vents on top are nice. Little tarp, like I said, it could get some rain in there if it was blowing into the sides. But like I said, it is a two-pole system. It's not a clip-on system, so it does take a little bit longer than one of those really expensive clip-ons where you just put the poles in, you clip them on, and then you're done. But it is two poles, so it's really, really easy. You just slide in through here and slide in through another sleeve on the back, and then clip into the bottom, and then you're done. So by yourself, 5 minutes, and you're up and running. Mm-hmm. The door also, I have it closed right now, but it does have some stakes, and it does create a little entrance there where you can kind of put your shoes so you don't have to take them inside, and that way it won't get rained on or frost on them or anything like that if you're camping in the wintertime or something like that. So there's that. The door also can be rolled over, obviously, and held there, or it can be held onto the side over there. And then you do have a mesh front here to let some air in. So you get your airflow in through here and out through the top, which is kind of nice. And these doors open side by side, like this. It goes over, and these can roll over as well to give you more airflow and a bigger door to get in. The other thing I kind of worry about is the zipper here. It's not the big teeth zipper, so the big zippers that usually last quite a while. It's the smaller zippers. Mm-hmm. So I kind of get a little afraid of that, because over time, when you're zipping up and down, when you have kids or anything like that, it will probably fail on you eventually. But I mean, it's I just wish it was one of those bigger zippers. It would definitely last a lot longer. But that's not to say it won't last longer. Time will tell on that one. So these can roll over to the side as well. There are some things here
You've got 2 ties there.
that will tie them open, so that will stay open as well. And on the inside, there's not much to it on the inside. You don't have anything fancy to hold your stuff up top like some do. You can put your stuff up top. But you do have the typical 2 patches over here on the side. You can hold your wallet, your phone, a little off the ground and onto the side here, and then over here as well. And that's pretty much all you get. So this is a 2-man tent, so it will fit 2 men pretty good. There's no bags, just sleeping bags and the people inside. So if you have a lot of bags and anything like that, then it's going to get kind of scrunched. But it does hold up good. You got some room in there for a 2-man. It's nice and small for backpacking if you need a 2-man tent. Like I said, you can shed some weight with your fiberglass poles and buy some aluminum. The other things that it does come with, it comes with a ton of stakes for you. And the other good thing is this tent actually has some tie downs rather than just putting your stakes through the bottom here and staking in. You also have rope that it comes with, and you can tie your rope to these guys here and pull your rope out, tie it to a tree if you need to, or tie it farther out. And this guy will hold down for some pretty good windstorms because you got your stakes into the corners and then your stakes into the doors, and then you got rope that'll take every corner from here, there, and the other sides, and you can take out and tie to, like I said, trees, or take it out farther and stake it in even farther. So you can get this guy pretty pegged to the ground, so if you're in a windstorm, he shouldn't go very far. So a couple pros and a couple cons to this, but I mean, it's a nice little tent.